all of the assets for this set. Now that I figured out how to make all of the assets the way that I want them, it's a lot easier to set a schedule and keep to it. It wasn't practical before because I kept running into a lot of technical problems that I had to try to figure out. Since I finished the Hexcrete set, I started on a new set. This is Spherecrete, so this is the new set. I started experimenting with some new materials on these. I don't think they're totally finished, but I kind of like how they're looking so far. One thing I like about this set is that they're a little bit of a challenge to platform on. Next week I'm going to continue working on this set, and I'm also going to start concept work on a new building asset that should be pretty interesting. That's it for this week's Art Asset Overview. If you'd like to pre-order the game, you can do that at wolfire.com/preorder. Thanks.
And that was the Art Asset Overview number 11 for what? I don't know what I was going to say there. Okay, but we're back, and we're going to talk about what that video was about.
Balls of stone.
Yeah, these are balls of stone.
Definitely balls of stone.
Or Crete. Important. It's not stone, it's Crete, man.
Right.
Yeah, but let's go through it in a chronological order. So firstly, he talked about that he was making a schedule for his stuff. So I guess he like makes a schedule for every day, and then he just makes what's on the schedule. So that's cool.
Exactly.
Always very nice being organized, in my opinion.
It's also good to set deadlines for yourself, because you start to see, what can you realistically get done by when.
Exactly.
So
that's very, very awesome. And he said that it looks like he's going to be able to make 2 models a day, though it feels like that's pretty arbitrary. Like how models. One model can be like a small rock that you can make in perhaps an hour. Another model can be a character model that you need to work on for several days. So
exactly.
Yeah.
But now that his workflow is smoother, I think that's the key.
Exactly. So that's really good.
It would be kind of cool to see his schedule. What he's got to do next, like list.
Yeah, actually, the guys from what are they called? Unknown Worlds Entertainment. They're the guys who are making Natural Selection and Natural Selection 2. They have a open bug tracker, don't they? Or end feature tracker, so you can just go to their webpage and take a look at what they're doing currently and what their next things are and stuff like that. So
I believe that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So while it might feel like it would be a bit intrusive to have what you're doing right now publicly displayed, I mean, they're doing it, so why not?
They're also a little further along in the development process.
Yeah. And also, I don't think they do weekly videos, 2 weekly videos every week, and lots of blog posts and stuff, but still.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, I imagine that once they get further along on Overgrowth, once we get to the point where all of the features are implemented and working on a certain level, then it would make a little more sense to say, okay, I'm refining this portion, I'm working on these bugs. As to right now, it's still trying to get everything up and running for the first time. So I think that there is a good reason to still be waiting on that.
Yeah. Though the unknown worlds thing, their display, since it's a bug tracker, they don't really have to do anything to display it. It's just there because they like tap into their bug tracker and just grab the information. They don't need to do any extra work other than just set it up one time and then it's running. I don't know if what Aubrey uses or whatever, for his listing, but it would be kind of cool to see. Since it doesn't really show you what they're doing, it just shows you. Well, it does show you what they're doing, but it doesn't show the actual work. It just shows like what they're doing.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know what I mean. So if it's like working on like story stuff or whatever, you don't know what it is because they're not going to write the story in that tracker.
True.
But I don't know. It would be a cool thing.
Well, they did have their bug submission system that they had, and it was open where you could check open tickets. But they closed it because they said that there was like nobody was ever looking at it.
Yeah.
So.
But that one wasn't. I mean, Unknown Worlds. I'm trying to find their thingy that.
Yeah,
they
I know.
have.
It's a public page where you can see the list.
Exactly. So it's much more. You can like see the list right there, and you don't need to go through the bug tracker because that bug tracker, like honestly, it was really really bad to just browse through it. So.
Sure.
Well, anyways. Next in the video, he said that he had made a couple of decals and models for the Hexcrete set, and I think he said those were the last ones in that set, right?
Right.
Right.
And yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, it looks much more complete, and I actually really like the debris asset quite a bit. I know it's something that's not too easy to get excited about, because it's just a pile of stones, but it's kind of cool that there's a pile of stones.
Yeah, totally. I have to say that.
Or Crete.
Yeah, that I like that one too. I like all his huge rock formations. Like if you go into the city, the Cat City level, for instance, you can just grab one of the rocks that are sitting on the ground and pull it up, and you'll see that it's huge and stuff like that. I like that. So he just needs like one of those, and he can use those for one entire level, and you will never know that it's the same rock all over the place.
Sure.
So that's what's so cool about, making huge assets, because you only need to load one asset, which reduces load time, and you can just use that over and over. And it I guess it also reduces strain on the computer, because can't you like recycle the rendering of an object somehow? I don't know really how that works.
Yeah, I believe you can. Are you showing us this on your screen? Just out of curiosity.
No, I'm not showing you this.
No, just because we don't have anything up, so just picture. Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, I thought you might show off the rubble pile in the video.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, I should do that. So let me get that up while we're talking here. Okay. What were you going to say?
We also have those pieces now for the Hexcrete set that you can't platform up, that they showed in the beginning of the April Fool's video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So that opens a lot of possibilities as far as platforming with the set.
It's like the no wall jumping part of the set. So
exactly.
It makes it easier to limit the player, which is very good. It's easier to make sure that the player can't do what you don't want him to be able to do if you're making a platforming map. So that's kind of cool.
Right, and also pathways. You can sort of force people if you want.
Yeah, exactly. So right there you have that no wall jump piece. Though I think he showed that in last week's, in the April Fool's one. But it had cats on it that time.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
So it's good to see this set be complete. It feels like the square set wasn't as developed as this set, so yeah, it feels almost like the first real Crete set being complete.
Yeah, and it definitely feels like a complete set. Like there's enough variation to really make something interesting out of all of those pieces.
Exactly.
And then the coloring is also good, as we know, for using the color picker and changing what we're looking at, changing the color, so you can do whole sets of different colors too.
Yeah, that's really, really awesome. Could do a yeah, feels like we could do a whole show about just that.
It's
Do you
true.
think that do you think that the rest of the sets and stuff will be made just white, so that you can use the color picker to do other stuff with them, or do you think that they're gonna have?
I hope actually that he'll be keeping the Crete set stuff, the Crete stuff, white, or color neutral or whatever, just using black and white, so that you can use the color picker to make them any color you want if you want to. Just makes most sense, because these pieces in the first place don't really need any other. They just needs one color, and if you change it to another color, it's hard to change it to another color. Yeah, so if you make it red, it might be hard to make it pure blue or whatever.
Right.
So I think it's really cool. And
Yep.
that pieces so far are white or black and white, and I hope he keeps making it like that. Yes, and here you can see the pieces, and then let's see, what have I written here? Oh yeah, he showed us this nice thing here, the parallax video. The third parallax video we've seen.
Yeah.
Some parallax concept art right there. And he's been talking about before implementing the parallax thing in the game as in-game videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some concept
Which would
art.
be very cool.
Yep, indeed. Some concept art for the round Crete set, or sphere Crete set. And then he goes on to showing the sphere Crete set right here. And what do you think about the sphere Crete set, guys?
I'm pretty happy with the way they look. To me, they look like big boulders, which is a great it's a great look.
Yeah.
And they might be a little too round, perhaps. I'm not quite sure what the physics is, and is each Crete set going to be the same type of element in the game, or are they going to be different, have different uses or something? But I think they look great so far.
I have to say that I agree with that. They look great, though. As always, I'm a bit concerned about the gameplay aspect, because he says that these will be harder to platform on, and it makes me wonder if it might be just hard to see where the edge goes, like where can I stand and where can I not stand, and that might cause some frustration when using these.
That's a possibility. Although, if you make it a really advanced platforming where it combines the hex Crete and the round Crete, and you have to, cross the round Crete very carefully, might be kind of interesting. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, actually, I hope you refurbish all the levels now that you have this round Crete set to stop players from taking shortcuts and stuff like that.
And I also have the new pieces, the non-wall jump pieces for the hex Crete as well. So
yeah,
I'll definitely be doing some new platforming levels in the future, but right now I'm working on the project that Wolfbrother and I are working on, so perhaps after that one.
Awesome.
And this is, of course, not finished yet. He's going to work on this in the coming weeks, I assume. So looking forward to see
definitely.
Yep. So looking forward to seeing the coming pieces from this set. Absolutely.
Yeah, and